What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Willie Does Wrestling, back at it again with a brand new video. And in this video, I'm going to give a little bit of last-minute predictions for who I think will be the mystery signing or the signing that will be announced at Full Gear, which is just 2 short days away. Now, there are a lot of options for who this signing can be, and today I'm going to be talking about who I think it could be and other possible contenders and whether or not I think it's possible that it can be them. Obviously, this will be just my opinion. It could be different from yours, so you guys are more than able to leave your predictions down in the comments below. Who do you think it's going to be and why? Like, don't be like, because I love them. You know what I mean? Like, say whether or not you actually think it is because, like, a good reason. So, what is this about a new signing? Well, yesterday, Tony Khan posted this on Twitter. I just had it. AEW has agreed to terms with one of the world's best wrestlers, a pro who is known and respected by virtually every AEW fan. They'll come to LA to sign their contract this Saturday, November 18th on pay-per-view at Full Gear. See you tonight on TBS for the final AEW Dynamite before Full Gear, that being last night. Now, this could be confusing to a lot of people. Okay, it's a pro going to sign their contract. They didn't say who it is. And what's funny about this is that after Dynamite last night, they announced Kota Ibushi is All Elite. So people could be thinking, well, shit, did they spoil their big signing? Is the big signing that's going to sign their contracts at Full Gear Kota Ibushi? I mean, all he has to do is sign the contract. It's not like it has to be a surprise, right? Excuse me. No. Because I think Tony Khan, being so obsessed with surprises as he is and wanting people to watch his shit, I don't think he would just announce his new signing ahead of Full Gear. Like, Kota Ibushi, it was pretty obvious he's in AEW anyway, so I don't think he's the guy that's going to sign the contract at Full Gear. So I'm ruling out Kota Ibushi. I don't think it's Ibushi who's coming to sign his contract. There's a lot of contenders, so I'm going to go through them all real quick. First being the one that everyone on Twitter wants to is like creaming their pants wanting to return, CM Punk. And no, motherfuckers, it is not CM Punk. I was just on a podcast with all my buddies, Dylan, Wolf, and Seb, who I met for the first time, and they said, well, if it is CM Punk, it'll be the greatest swerve in wrestling history. And while I do, in a sense, agree, would I really think Tony Khan would go out there and be like, yeah, I threatened for my life, go through all this shit, you know what I mean, just to go on a swerve? I mean, Tony Khan is a motherfucker who's crazy enough to do that, but I don't think he would just do that just for, a big pop in Full Gear, or to prevent the possibility, there's not, of CM Punk coming at Survivor Series. I don't think it's CM Punk coming back at Full Gear. I'll even go so far, you could call it bias because it is. I don't think CM Punk should come back to any fucking company ever. Whether that be AEW, WWE, Impact, New Japan, NWA, GCW, PWG, I do not care. I do not care. CM Punk does not deserve to be in fucking wrestling again. He can stick to those MMA commentaries. All right, so that's CM Punk. Another big one, and here's one that me personally, I would love to see. I would mark out if this guy were to be the big signing. Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler got wrongfully released earlier this year after a nearly 20-year-long career in WWE. Yeah, you could say Dolph Ziggler was a jobber in his later career, but Dolph could still go. I think Dolph Ziggler would benefit, or Nick Nemeth, you can call him because his brother works in AEW. I think he'd be good in AEW. Whether you put Dolph in on his own or you tag team him with his brother, give Ryan Nemeth a little bit of focus, it makes a lot of sense why Dolph Ziggler would want to go to AEW. I don't know, but I think Dolph could be a pretty good signing. He's well respected in the wrestling community. A lot of us grew up with Dolph Ziggler rising on the scene. Why not? I think it would be a very good signing for Dolph Ziggler, or Nick Nemeth, as they'll probably call him, to come over and show us what he's made of. Yeah, I don't see why not. Dolph Ziggler could be the signing. In terms of likelihood, on a scale of 1 to 10, though, I'll give it about a 5. I'm like right dead in the middle. I don't think like it's probably who Tony's referring to, but if it is, I would genuinely love it. You can even put Mustafa Ali in that competition or in that conversation. You can put Shelton Benjamin in that conversation. Anyone who's, who was recently released. You know what I mean? Just not top dollar. Not top dollar. Another one in my little predictions, but this is probably one of the less likelies as well, is Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay has a bit of appearances in AEW, like All In, Forbidden Door, all that jazz. Will Ospreay is there. However, as a lot of people have been saying, Will Ospreay is still under contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling and is going to stay there until like early 2024. Like, yeah, he's doing appearances for Impact here and there, but to fully sign him to AEW is kind of like a legal nightmare and a half. So Will Ospreay, like, yeah, I definitely see him being there January 2024. In terms of right now, definitely not Will Ospreay. However, if Will Ospreay could somehow get released from that contract and then go to AEW, yeah, definitely will be him. However, I don't think it's Will Ospreay either, but he can definitely be put in that conversation of the big what if. And then the last one I want to talk about, and this is probably the most likely to happen, being formerly known as Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné. Of course, she was out with an injury. And here's why I think it's very likely. Remember when they did All In and Mercedes Moné was in the crowd and how much they focused on her? How many times the camera shot right on her? It's very likely that it could be Mercedes Moné. And how respected she is in the wrestling community. I mean, holy fuck, Twitter stands, bro. Twitter stands. And here's the thing. I am not the biggest Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, whatever she's called today, fan by any means. However, Mercedes Moné being in AEW will help AEW's women's division hugely. A big name like Mercedes Moné will be AEW's biggest women's draw. 100%. And here's the thing. I would love to see Mercedes Moné against someone like Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Anna Jay, Sky Blue, Willow Nightingale. Hell, you got a perfectly good storyline right there with Saraya, considering the fact that it was Sasha Banks who literally caused Saraya to retire. You run it back at World's End or Revolution, or hell, wait until the next All In to run that story. That will be an amazing storyline right there. Honestly, if I was a betting man, if I were to go on DraftKings right now and bet who I think that big signing will be, it will be Mercedes Moné all the fucking way. And that is my pick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those are all the possible options I think that could be the big signing. I believe it will be Mercedes Moné. Who do you think it will most likely be signing their contract at Full Gear on Saturday. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you are new here, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on. Be sure to check out the Universe mode. I did the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw on the WWE 2K23 Universe mode that I also do with Last Week in Wrestling and Will Ferris. You can go and check that out on my channel. I have a whole playlist of all the episodes in case you have missed any of the episodes. Also, I've recently done an interview with independent wrestler from CWE, Vinny Da Vinci. You can go and check out that interview as well. It's a very amazing interview. I suggest you all check it out. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on like I said earlier. This has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.